Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic, and yet another day of heat wave here in the UK. I think it's 31 degrees in London now. It must be about 90 Fahrenheit, and pretty blinking warm, I will say that. But where better to be than indoors doing Sudoku, therefore. I think exactly the same about a deep winter evening, but yes, might as well do it on a summer's day too. Now, we've got a very interesting puzzle called One Kingdom for My Horse by Nurgle's Gift, which features kind of miracle rules about kings and knights moves. We'll get to that in a minute. First of all, I am going to wish a happy birthday to Grace Federici, and this was really from yesterday. And that was sent in by Francesco, who wanted to wish you a very happy birthday. And also a very special one today for Andrew Phelan on his 6th birthday. Apparently a very keen follower of the channel. Simon's his favourite YouTuber. I'm crossing my fingers and hoping I'm his second favourite. And that's from his mum, dad, and Hope, his sister. And Andrew apparently helps his dad fill in the easier classic Sudokus from the New York Times and do all the pencil marking for the harder ones, and watches the channel avidly. So great news, always keen to inculcate people early. And happy birthday, Andrew. I hope that you get away with an awful lot of cake today. And that is what's going on there now. On Patreon, there's 1 week left to enter our genuinely approachable Sudoku puzzles competition. Three Sudoku puzzles, one after the other. None of them are very hard, and we have had thousands of correct entries and similarly thousands of praising messages. So thank you very much if you've entered, if you sponsor us on Patreon, if you engage with the channel in any way. We are very grateful for the very pleasant community that has built up around this channel. The links under the video will take you to the Discord server as well, where many of them meet. To Patreon, obviously, to all our apps, including Domino Sudoku, our latest app, Sven Sudoku Pad, our merchandise. But as I say, thank you so much for anything you do to do with the channel. We are very grateful for it all. And we're approaching 500,000 subscribers, which is mental. And there are a couple of things that we'll be giving away. Well, there's a coupon to reduce the price of the remaining books we have, and that's in the links under the video. And we will be releasing some puzzles by some expert constructors as well in due course. Excellent. Now, this puzzle from Nurgle's Gift. Have we done a puzzle by Nurgle's Gift? I think we might have before. I'm sorry, Nurgles. I don't know if this is your debut or your second puzzle on the channel, but it's called One Kingdom for My Horse, and that's obviously linking kings and knights in the title, but it's also clearly a nod to Richard III, who Shakespeare has at the Battle of Bosworth Field saying, my horse, a horse, my kingdom for a horse, when he gets knocked off his horse and eventually dies. Now, I am very familiar with the Battle of Bosworth Field, 1485, because as we studied it at school, I knew it was the last bit of history I would ever do, so I paid some attention for some reason. I was about to give up history at about the age of 11, and that brought me up to the beginning of the Tudor times, which I never studied, and I never did any period beyond that. 1066 to 1485, basically the summit, the length of the history that I studied, and I've always regretted giving it up. Don't give up history, kids. I've been more interested and more in history ever since, and had to pick it up gradually. So there we go. That's my life tip. But this puzzle, what are the rules? Okay, firstly, normal Sudoku rules apply. Now, I'm laughing because I've just noticed that there is no thermo rule in the rules as I'm doing this puzzle, but hopefully by the time you click on it, I'll have put that in. So, normal Sudoku rules apply. Along thermometers, digits must increase from the bulb to the end. A digit in a circle appears at least once in the 4 surrounding cells. So there's at least 1 1 and maybe 2 in those cells. But there aren't 2, because identical digits cannot appear in cells separated by either a chess king's or a chess knight's move. Now, so if we had a 5 here, well, by normal Sudoku rules, you couldn't have a 5 in any of these cells. That is just standard. By King's move rules, you couldn't have a 5 in either of these cells because it sees them by one step diagonally. And by Knight's move rules, you couldn't have a 5 in any of these cells because a knight moves 2 to the side and 1, well, 2 in one direction and 1 in a perpendicular direction. So it's quite powerful, but only when you get some digits in the grid, and we haven't got any in this puzzle. So, yeah, we'll have to just use that as we can. But these sort of miracle rules do give rise to some absolutely fascinating patterns, so I'm hoping that'll occur. Do give it a try on the link under the video. No, I mean, I suspect it's going to be quite difficult, but check the video length. I am going to start now. Let's get cracking. And I can see that we have a 1 in both of these quads here. Not like that. I'll put it in like that. In fact, it can't be on the second cell of a thermo, or indeed anywhere but a bulb on a thermo. So the 1 in columns 8 and 9 would definitely be in those two regions, and therefore the 1 in column 7 can't be in these boxes and must be somewhere up here. And there's a 1, okay, again, not on the other cells of the thermo that aren't bulbs, so there's a 1 in one of those two cells. This isn't ruled out by all of these. There's got to be a 1. The 1 around this quad can't be here, so it's in one of these 3. I'm not going to pencil mark that because I tend to regard these corner marks as showing where a number can be within a region, within a box, and I would confuse myself if I put 1s in those cells later. Ah, look, this thermo, yes, because of the position of the quad right over the whole of this thermo, the thermo must have a 3, a 4 and a 6 on it, and the 3 must come before the 4, and the 4 must come before the 6. So we can limit the positions of those a bit. Yeah, it doesn't really do much, does it? Okay, what about this little area? Ah, yeah, okay, 2 can't be in either of those cells because they're not in the first 2 cells of a thermo. So 2 is in one of those, and that means down here on that quadruple 2's on that side, and up here 2's on the right. Okay, now I've had a thought. Okay, that because I don't do many of these miracle Sudokus, I don't often think like this, but I've suddenly realized that all of those positions for 1 see all of these positions. Even if 1 could appear there, which it can't because of the thermo, it cannot appear in any of these cells, because wherever 1 is here, it will see all of those cells by either ordinary Sudoku rules, King's move or Knight's move. So 1 is actually therefore in one of these. I mean, it's a big block, but it might be worth marking. Why I thought of that is because 2 can't be in those. So 2's in that group of cells. 1 actually can't be here because this cell sees both of those 2 positions for 1 in box 1, and it can't be here either because that cell sees all of those 3 positions. So 2 sees that one. I mean, 2 can't be there on the thermo either. I am in danger of just over pencil marking and confusing myself, but it might be worth keeping these. I don't know. Let's keep going. Now, what about 7, 3, and 9? Right, 9 can't be on those cells. 9 can only be on the end of a thermo if it's on a thermo. So 9 must be in one of those 2. 3... okay, I can see 3 can't be here for an interesting reason, because these 2 positions for 2 stop 2 being here on the thermo. 3 also can't be here just because it's the 4th cell on a thermo. So I think 3 can be in either of those positions, which is a bit annoying actually. because I can't rule them out. I don't want to pencil mark them across boxes. And 7, I don't know. I mean, I think literally 7 could be anywhere in this quad at the moment. Ah, bother. I thought we were getting somewhere, and now I feel I'm not. Okay, come on, let's have another ponder here. Now we've got 3 in one of those two cells. 3 can't be in either of those two because of those positions. It would see them by either Sudoku or Knight's Move. It also can't be here because it's the 4th cell of a thermo. So 3 is in one of those positions as well, and not here. Is that interesting? Maybe it isn't. It would be if I could rule 3 out of this cell. Oh, I can. Yes, 3 can't be here. Now, why am I saying that? That is because it would put 2 here and 1 here because of the thermo. By the quadruple, that would put 7 here. And then where would 9 go on this quadruple in one of these before 7 on the thermo? It's nonsense. So this is not 3. We worked out that's not 3 because it's the 4th cell. This isn't 3 because it would need a 2 here, which would make this impossible. So 3 around this quad is now in only one possible place, here. We've got a number in the grid. Now that's interesting. That confines 3 to those cells. Can't be here by Knight's Move, so it's in one of those 2 in box 8. Now those 2 rule out a whole bunch of cells. Well, they rule out all of those 3. This is what I was doing up here. Any of those 3 rule out any of those 3. So 3, because it's in one of those 2 cells, can't be in any of those by the miracle rules. We've got a 3 there, so it can't be in those. So now 3 in this column, sorry, in this box is in column 9. And then 3 is in one of those 2 in column 7. I'd love to say it couldn't be here. Look. Oh no, I was gonna... No, nonsense. It could be there. Okay, don't know what's going on with that. Oh, this is so weird. Right, let's this bulb is 1 or 2. How do I use that? Brilliant. Brilliant. I think I can see that it's not 1. Let me just check this. If that was 1, there'd be a 1 in one of those 2 cells in box 2. Now, that would theoretically leave 1 in one of those 3. Can't be in the bottom because of the Knight's Move from the putative 1 here. Can't be there on the thermo. And it can't be here because all of these positions for 1 in box 6, which we have marked and which are correct, they all see that cell, so that can't be a 1. So that's really interesting. This can't be a 1 and is a 2. And that gives us a 2 here in box 4, again on the bulb. Doesn't fix these ones. It does take 2 out of that cell. Now, 2 in the central box. Can't be there by Sudoku, there by King, there by Knight. So it's in one of those 2. But it can't be there because of the thermo. So every bit of logic that we're allowed comes into this. We get a 2 there. That rules out all of those positions for 2 and puts it here in box 2. That fixes 2 in box 1. Can we finish the 2s? No. Get a 2 there. 2 somewhere in those 3. We absolutely can't finish the 2s, but we've done something in the puzzle and feels a bit better to me as a result. Now, what next? I don't know. I was wondering if I could avoid that being a 3, but it would put a 1 here on the thermo, which is quite interesting because that would fix 1s in these positions. But I don't think that does enough damage to prevent or to post things generally. Okay, so I'm a bit stuck again now. I still have no idea where 7 goes around here. It could be in any of those cells. 1 and 2 cannot be on this old thermo in the corner. Therefore, its bulb, which given that the thermo needs a 3 and it can't start with 1 or 2, it must start with 3. And then 4 must be next. Otherwise, if you put 4 there, you'd need a 3.5 in between 3 and 4. Unfortunately, that doesn't fix 6, but we've suddenly got a 4 in the grid. Now, this can't be 3. This can't be 3. So we've placed 3 in box 6. 3's in one of those 2 cells, and that means it can't be in any of these 3. So the 3 in box 1 it's not going to be there because we can't put 2 there. So it's in one of those 2. That rules 3 out of row 1, column 5, places 3 there. And that doesn't really do much else, but that was progress. That was a little burst of it anyway. Oh, look at this cell. This can't be 2, 3, or 4, or 6. And it can't be higher than 6 because it's the bulb of a 4-cell thermo. So that's just 1 or 5. This can't be 2 or 3. I'm going to actually Goodliffe this finally. 4, 5, 6, 7 there. 5, 6, 7, 8 there. 6, 7, 8 or 9 there. It doesn't really do anything else. 4 here. Actually, no. Hang on. 4 here sees all of those cells. So now 4 is confined in box 2 to one of those. They're all going to prevent 4 being here or here. Yeah, that's right. This 4 can't be in any of those. So now 4 is in those 3 cells. And this is an interesting pattern in this sort of miracle rule Sudoku, because that, I think, rules 4 out of all of those positions. I think all 3 positions there see each of these 3 positions by one of the rules. So 4 can't be there. It clearly can't be there. It can't be here on that thermo, or you'd need a 3.5. It can't be here because you'd need a 3 on the crook of the thermo. So that leaves 3 cells for 4. Oh, but this one's not possible. Oh no, hang on, it is, if there was a 4 there. No, it's not. This can't be 4 because that would put 4 here and there'd be nowhere for 4 in box 2 using all the rules. So that can't be 4, and 4 is definitely in one of those 2 and one of those 3. And therefore in column 3 can't be here because that sees both those, so it's down there. That rules out all of these from being 4. Now I may... Ooh, close. Nearly get to say 4 is definitely in one of those 2. Oh, come on, let's keep going. This is quite interesting. 4 can now not be in any of those positions because of those 2. So it's somewhere here. I am going to pencil mark that because they all see quite a few cells, including that one and that one, which now can't be 4. And that one can't be 4. So 4 in column 6 is definitely in those 3 and not there. So 4 in box 5 is in one of those places, but it can't be there because of this 4 in box 4. It can't be here because of the positions for 4 in box 2. So now we've got 4 confined to 2 positions there, and therefore up here. That's so interesting how these work. Right, those 2 positions there rule out this cell. So look at all these. Oh no, hang on. Those two positions now rule out that cell. Yes, so we've got lots of dominoes where 4 could be. Well, not quite dominoes everywhere. But down here, those positions for 4 rule out all those. That one rules out all those. So 4's on the right-hand side of box 9. That's not a 4, and we've suddenly placed 4 on the thermo, so the beginning of the bulb is a 1. That sees those two cells. Come on, this is great. So we get a 1 there. Isn't this brilliant? This is so clever. That can't be a 1. So there's a 1 in one of those two. That can't be a 1. And that is. This is so intricate. It's like a delicate lacy web of information. Oh, look, this one sees all of those cells. And it can't be on a non-bulb bit of a thermo. So that is the 1 in this quadruple. It's got to be. So 1 is now in one of those two cells. Can't be on the crook of the thermo. 1 is in one of these two, and I don't know which. I've got those two as well. That rules it out of these two. All of these are ruled out by these two ones. Oh yes, we've got, actually that can't be 1. 1 is now in one of those two positions. And that means, what have we got ruled out down here? We've got those two and those two ruled out. Can't be on the end of the thermo. So I've got those 3 positions in box 8, and they all see that in box 7. So that's not a 1. That is, that's not. Now 1 is in one of those two. That's not. That's a 1. This is brilliant. It's so clever. And the only placing, yes, I've got that and that forming an X-wing. So the only place in column 7 is there, not there. Okay. Now, we only have these knights move and kings move rules and the thermos. And the quads. Actually, I mean, that's a lot of things, but it means we're still going to have to resolve 5, 6, 7, and 8 somehow without really... without them having many relationships with each other, except possibly here and in these thermo. I mean, I suppose that will be enough, but... those two positions for 9... Actually, that's quite interesting. They rule out all of these cells because they see them all by whichever of the rules they need to see them by. Knights move, kings move, or being in the same box. So the 9 in this row is in one of these two. One of those two like that. So that means 9 isn't here or here or here. And it can't be there on the thermo, so it's in one of those two. And that means it's not here on the thermo. Now those two also see this cell and this cell and this cell. So 9's in one of these 3. And they see this and this and this. And then maybe they stop. But no, look, those 9s see those cells, those 9s see those cells. So 9 in this central box goes here. That rules out a couple of the boxes where we have 2 positions for 9s. I think I can place 9 in this column now. Can't be there or there. So, and that 9 sees all of those cells. It can't be on the bulb, so there it is on the tip of the thermo. This 9 sees all of those positions. That one sees this. Can't be on the bulb, so there's 9. And then in one of these 2, bother, I don't know which. I must, yeah, that can't be by knight's move, so another 9. Okay, so I can't do the top 3 9s, but I've got all the others done suddenly, having not really thought about 9s till a moment ago. Now what? That 4 sees that cell. Yeah, it's easy to miss these things. That 4 sees this one. 4 there, that sees this cell, so we get 4 there. That sees this one. Oh, it's lovely when they start working their way around the grid. It's beautiful. 4 there. Oh, and again, I'm stuck with 4s, just like 9s at the top. 4s at the bottom have not unwound. Interesting. Okay, fair enough. Those 2s all see... Oh no, well, that 2 already sees those positions. I think 2 could be anywhere there. Irritatingly. So I can't quite finish off these digits. 3, I think I've done as much as I can with them. So I'm going to have to think about 5, 6, 7 and 8, but I've got so few clues. 7 could still be in either of those cells. They don't see, and they do both see that, but that's not. Oh, hang on though. Where's this one? This is 6, 7 or 8. Where does that go in box 5? It sees all of those cells. So that's the same as that cell. Because 5, 6, 7 or 8 are that group here, that can't be there, there or there, and it is from 6, 7 or 8, so it must be there. That sees those 2. No, hang on, even better, that sees those cells and this one sees that, so we can place orange there. This may be it. We may be colouring our way to a weird conclusion. Yes, that. Oh, but it might be 6. Bother. I was going to say that sees those 2 cells, well, and those 2. So orange is up there somewhere. Then it's down here somewhere. Oh, it's also here. Orange, orange, orange. And that's not 1, therefore, because orange is 6, 7, or 8. Yes, okay, so 1 there, 1 there. That's reminding me of knock, knock, who's there? Orange. Orange who? Orange, you're going to open the door. Sorry, had to do it once I thought of it. So those include orange and 3. That is a pair of 3 and orange. That's not orange anymore. That one is. That's not orange. 1 isn't orange, so that's orange. And that's not. And that is. And orange can't be there. It must be here. And it's not 3. It's 6, 7 or 8. So we're fixing all of our little remaining uncertainties. Oh, there, I could have done that as well. Or lots of them. Anyway. Oh, no, it was 3s. Maybe I could have done 3s before. Anyway. That can't be 3, that can't be 3 because of those, so that's 3. That's fixing 4. That's beautiful. This can't be 3, so that's 3. That's 3. That can't be 4, so this is 4. I think we are going to finish off all 1, 2, 3, 4 and 9 or something. 4. Oh, we've still got 2s. No, maybe not 2s. Oh, not even 9s. They're still hanging around. Oh, that's not orange, though. That is. But I don't... Unfortunately, that doesn't tell me about... sorry, I cut the wrong thing out. There we go. I think that's fixed it better. It doesn't tell me whether orange is 6 or is not 6. I mean, is it worth just colouring these different colours and seeing what happens? Do you know what I think it might be? I'm going to give it a try. Yes, look, blue. These are red, blue, yellow and orange are 5, 6, 7 and 8. And blue, therefore, they're these cells. But blue clearly isn't orange, we know that. And it's not in those 2, so that's blue. Now, it could still be 7. That's blue. That can't be red because of the king's moves. That's yellow. Oh my goodness. I think I'm going to be able to colour the whole grid like this. This is mad. It's so clever. Yellow can't be there or there, so it's in one of those 2. Can't be there, so it's in one of those two. Can't be there. Oh, that kind of Peter. Oh, look, red though. Red now can't be there or there by a king's move. So red's there. So red's there. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Just going to keep trying to remember. Yes, those can't be red and that can't be, and red can't be orange, so that's red, not yellow. That's yellow. That's not yellow. That's yellow. Yeah, just because I uncolour something as yellow, well, in some boxes where I don't have 2s or 9s placed, it might not mean that it's got another colour. That's what I'm trying to remember, but that's red. That's blue. This box only has 4 empties, so they are the 4 colours. Blue there means this is blue. Yes, it does. It means it's blue, and therefore it's not 2. To create a new rhyme, so we can put 2 in there. And I was going to say that lets me finish off the 2s, and it doesn't, but let's keep going with the colouring. That's yellow. Oh, I don't know which of those is yellow. That's blue. That's blue. This is not red, orange, yellow, or blue, so it's 9. Of course, yellow can't be 9. That's the simpler way of spotting that. So 9 there, no colour. 9 there, and that works. Okay, so these aren't 9s. That one is yellow. One of these is yellow. And one of these is red. No. Yes, where's... Oh, this is yellow and blue up here. Oh, well, that can't be blue because of the king's move. So blue's here. Right. Sorry, being a bit slow. Yellow there. One of these is red and the other one is 2. Okay, let's just keep going. Yellow is not there by knight's move. So yellow's in one of those two. Oh, red is here. And it's greater than 4. That makes sense. So that's not red, and that is. And the last red must be here, and that's all the reds coloured. Yellow. Ah, yellow can't be in those two, so yellow's here. That's not yellow, that is. Is that? No, I need another blue. And I think that's all the colouring. So red and yellow are not 2, so I can place 2 there, and in fact that red and yellow are not 2 either. So I can place all these as 2s. And then if I can just work out what colours red, blue, yellow and orange are, I've finished. Which is extraordinary. Now, blue or yellow is 7 from this quad. Blue or orange is 6. Is that enough to work out what everything is? And orange is greater than yellow. Somehow these facts must be, it feels like a logic, like a, you know, one of those wordy logic problems now. Okay, let's colour all the yellows, or let's number them 5, 6 or 7. All the oranges 6, 7 or 8. We're using this. Yellow is less than orange. Ah, blue is also less than orange. So blue is 5, 6 or 7 as well. And red, which can't be 7 in this box, is 5, 6 or 8. Now, I don't think I'm any closer understanding this. What is disambiguating these? Ah, up here, 6 is in one of those. So yellow and red cannot have a 6 in. Now, what's that done on the thermos? Not enough. No, that's no use. I've only got the quads and the thermos left to use to work this out. Why am I so slow? I mean, I've used all the kings and knights move in doing the colouring, so that's finished. So there must be a way of working out which colour is which. 2, 3, 4. One of those, blue or yellow, is 7. Now, if blue was 7, orange is 8. Oh, and if yellow is 7, orange is 8. So look, one of those is a 7, because one of these is a 7, blue or yellow. One of those is a 7. And on either of those thermos, they are succeeded by orange. So orange is 8. And red is therefore 5. And yellow is therefore 7. Isn't that wonderful? And blue is therefore 6. And that suddenly finishes the puzzle. That is absolutely fantastic. What an incredible puzzle by Nurgle's Gift. That really is absolutely bizarre and yet thoroughly beautiful. Yeah, I'm very impressed, as you can tell. That really is an interesting puzzle and a very interesting way of solving it. And I don't think I did much wrong in the solve. I might have missed things for a little bit, but it definitely, I think, was all about doing quite a lot of placing of 1s, 2s, 3s and 4s and maybe 9s, and then definitely colouring 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't think you could do this puzzle any other way, and I don't think nobody's racing through this. Nobody's doing this quickly. I'm quite pleased with that solve. The fellow the other day who said that I always do weak, easy puzzles. How did you get on with that one? Wow, I mean, that was tough, but that's very entertaining. One of the best puzzles I've seen in a long time. Thank you so much to Nurgle's Gift. Thank you for following us on the channel at all. And yeah, as always, thanks for engaging with the channel in any way that you do. And if we can get to 500,000 subscribers, we will be delighted. Hope to see you again soon on the channel. Bye for now.